Unfortunately, pediatric type 1 diabetes is on the rise. In fact, most autoimmune medical conditions in the United States of America are on the rise, and pediatric type 1 diabetes happens to be an autoimmune medical condition. In fact, some studies suggest that in certain populations, children under the age of 5 diagnosed with pediatric type 1 diabetes will double by the year 2020. Here at Advocate Children's Hospital, we treat a variety of endocrinologic diagnoses. These include growth disorders, pubertal disorders, thyroid disorders. However, by and large, approximately 50% of our population have pediatric diabetes, and of them, 80% have pediatric type 1 diabetes.
Jack was first diagnosed when he was just about a month past his 4th birthday. When he had some strange symptoms, I had no idea what it was. I thought maybe he had some kind of a bladder infection because he was going to the bathroom an awful lot. And when we came into the doctor's office and he was first diagnosed, it was a real shock. But after a few days in the hospital and the doctors working with the doctors and the nurses, we figured it was a very manageable disease. Jack's now 6.5, so it's been about 2.5 years since his diagnosis. He was on insulin shots for about a year, and then he was put on a pump about 1.5 years ago.
This is Jack's insulin pump. What the insulin pump does is it provides a continuous infusion of insulin throughout the day at various doses. Well, Jack does all the hard work though, so he has to check his sugar and he has to count what we call carbohydrates, which is the food that he's eating, and he puts both those things into the pump at meal times. But when it's non-meal times, the insulin pump, based on what we tell it to do, delivers a constant infusion of insulin throughout the day. The insulin pump is actually worn just underneath the skin, and Jack, like a good patient with diabetes, changes out his site every 3 days.
Jack, at the age that he's at, has picked up on this pump amazingly. I mean, he's very intuitive with the pump. We had some issues at first, but he was young, and now he really understands how it works, and he does very, very well with it.